Hey there everybody! I am so excited to be introducing you to the newest member of the Find Outdoors education team, Kata Narenya.
Hi everyone!
We are loaded up, got all the gear that we need to go down to the Bankhead National Forest in Alabama to receive our Leave No Trace trainer status. We're going to take you along for the ride this weekend, so let's go!
Vámonos!
All right, the Find Outdoor education team has made it here to Alabama, and we are here with Kim Waits from Wild, Alabama, and we're going to start our Leave No Trace trainer training today. We're excited to get on the trail. Really appreciate you having us.
My pleasure. Thank you. Got a map.
Kata, your first time to Alabama, what do you think?
It's beautiful.
Isn't it? It's not what you expected.
No.
Lots of bluffs and cliffs.
I was not expecting these at all. I don't know why I thought it was kind of flat.
Throughout the weekend, we traveled to different places in the forest where we would sit and discuss different ways to employ the Leave No Trace ethic. This cave was definitely one of my favorite spots. The limestone and sandstone mixes in this part of Alabama to bring bluffs and cliffs that you wouldn't believe. We left the cave to head down to the river, where we saw different examples of places where people failed to follow the Leave No Trace ethic. You'll notice the stream here has got a little bit of a milky color. That's from the limestone that leaches minerals into the water. Here we see Liberty preparing a mound fire as we discuss principle number 5 to reduce campfire impacts. We were so thankful for our hosts from Alabama Wild and for this forest.
Professionally and personally. Every time I step outside, I want to be a responsible steward to our natural resources. And Leave No Trace gives me some awesome principles on how to do just that. These principles are also so important to communicate to our visitors so we can ensure that they can have a safe and fun time while enjoying the outdoors. The Leave No Trace ethic is so relevant in everything we do as
Leave No Trace principles are just so important to learn. I just finished my training and I feel so empowered. And just the fact that now I can go out and enjoy the public lands that I love so much. Knowing that I can reduce my impact and know how to have fun in a responsible way at the same time as like bringing people out there, and soon enough young children with the new programs that we have coming up with Find Outdoors is just so awesome, because we are working with people that may be going into the woods for the first time. So starting with the basis of the Leave No Trace principles is just going to be massive.
We had so much to think about. You heard from Liberty and Kata talking about how they're feeling empowered, like they've got new tools and skills to be able to work with the public to help them understand how to reduce their impact. And these are all things that we want to pass on to you. And throughout the year, we're going to give really small, bite-sized pieces on how we can learn this concept of Leave No Trace, not all at one time, but in little pieces. And that slowly becomes the vocabulary, the language that we use with our guests. When we have an opportunity just to kind of visit with them, why not talk to them about Leave No Trace? It creates that bridge for us to talk about. The main thing that I carried from the weekend is this concept that we're going to be talking about, and is why I think Leave No Trace and Find Outdoors fit together really, really well. It's this concept called the authority of the resource. And another way to think of it is, why should anybody listen to me? Why should anybody pay attention to what I'm saying? As site managers of our various sites, people don't necessarily need to listen to us because our shirt says Find Outdoors, because we're partners with the U.S. Forest Service. The authority comes from this resource that we all care about, right? The authority comes from the fact that people lose the context for how many people are really coming to these sites. We know, we see them coming day after day. Thousands and thousands of people. Maybe somebody comes on a slow day and they don't really realize how many people are there, right? But the authority of why we should listen to each other and pay attention to these things is that we are here to protect this resource.